Did you know that Bangkok, Thailand is the second most traveled to city in the entire world? I'm Chase and this is my wife Sadie, and we have an unquenched desire to explore the world and try new things, but unfortunately, we both work full-time jobs. We love these jobs, but it sure puts a wrench in our ability to travel super frequently, and since Thailand is such a long flight away, we knew if we were going to make that trip, we needed to make it worth it. After convincing Sadie's work to let her go remote for a few weeks and me stacking up some vacation time, we took off to Southern Asia with the hopes of seeing elephants, learning to scuba dive, and of course, eating every bit of pad thai we could find along the way. We had booked the tickets but ran short on time to plan, and so we ended up showing up with nothing but our backpacks and the first night booked in a hostel. From there, we had 3 weeks and we figured it out as we went. Just got into our hostel and it was freaking hot in here and the AC wasn't working, the lights weren't working. Fortunately, we learned that you have to put your key card into this little thing here for any of the electricity to work. So now we've got the AC working, but holy cow, it's toasty. Coming from almost snowy Idaho to this, bit of a shock. Pad thai here. It was like $1.70 for a plate that we shared. Get used to this. You'll get a $4 massage now. The next day, we explored around the city, checking out some Buddhist temples, and of course, finding some good coffee shops. But we knew that we didn't want to stay in Bangkok for long because we wanted to go find somewhere that we could see the beautiful countryside and hopefully find some elephants. So, after getting some recommendations, we booked some flights up north to the city of Chiang Mai. There was no trains or buses that looked appealing time-wise to us, so we're gonna fly up. Maybe we'll catch one of those on the way down, but made it to Chiang Mai. Got a taxi hailed. There it is. Nicer car. Is Chiang Mai better than Bangkok?
Different.
Different?
Yes, better.
Better? Okay. Engineer. All right. This is cool. Hello. Chase Christopher. All right. Let's see that. Thank you. Key card there. Very good. Oh, look at that. Once we got to Chiang Mai, we needed to get all rested up, and then we set out on foot like we like to do to explore the city. And this place had so much to see. There was an entire wall and a moat that used to surround the city, and so while only part of the wall is still standing, it was cool to walk around and see that, as well as the many temples in the city. And their night markets were incredible. They had so much good food. The street vendors would wheel their carts out, and you could get a plate of chicken pad thai for less than $2, which you can bet I did. And then throughout the day, we'd wander about to bakeries and coffee shops trying to find the best coffee we could, and because we had to get some work done while we were there. So we'd mosey in, spend a few hours, and then continue on our way. One of the evenings as we were walking around looking for a spot to have dinner, we came across this event. We had no clue it was happening, but it was super cool to watch.
Ukraine, United States of America.
Starting from,
Once again, Argentina.
The actual event was happening in the mountains the next couple of days, so we only got to see the opening ceremony, which was still pretty cool. We saw the American team, and of course we cheered them on along with tons of other countries, and then we continued wandering along our way. Back at the hostel, we joined a cooking class to learn how to make some pad thai, which was really cool. They had all the ingredients there, and they walked us through every step, and then we got to enjoy our own dish.
yeah, I'll look into them.
Alright, there it is. First ever. Thank you. which was really fun, and we met some cool people as well as the owners of the hostel, who then the next morning offered to take us camping along with some other guests, and of course we were totally down. So I rented a moped, Sadie jumped into the back of their truck, and we took off to we didn't really know where.
Cheers! Cheese! Oh my.
I think I can. Yay, it's flat again.
Oh my gosh, Chase!
So we made it up into the national park. I can't even remember the name now. Got room here, little bungalow style, single bed. Some of these beds here are not real mattressy, kind of more like thin pad. Home pretty good. Getting settled in, and I guess we're gonna go see some waterfalls. Check out this one right here from our camp. It's crazy. Can't wait till the morning light.
Waterfall.
And then
Barbecue.
all right.
Eat together.
Eat together?
Yeah.
Are we gonna do a campfire or a grill?
How you call barbecue?
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie!
Let's go. Big. We left the waterfall and cruised back across the valley with our group of new friends from around the world, where we went back to our camp on the terraced out hillside, watched sunset, and cooked dinner over these hot pots. And we started to sing some John Denver, because apparently he's not just popular in the US. Yeah. Happy birthday, Sadie. We're having a delectable breakfast for you. Yes. No. She's got a diet Coke and top ramen for her birthday breakfast.
And my friend and I went over going.
There it is. Highest point in Thailand. Right there. Thank you.
Hi.
cream bun for your birthday? Oh, what you got there? Lunch? My third coffee. After we visited the highest mountain in Thailand, we cruised back down into town, and we were going to grab a hotel for a few days to live in luxury for Sadie's birthday, and we were hoping to catch the Festival of Lights that was going on this coming weekend. The birthday suite. Look at this place. Whoa. It's crazy. Balling big time here. This is a $36 room. Storage. Wow. Today we are going up to a coffee plantation, a farm. We went to the shop the other day and we were told to go out here, so it's about an hour and away, and we're gonna take the scooter up there. Stop to get some lunch real quick.
So latte.
Oh, what?
A latte.
This shop is so cool here. Oh, just noticed the American flag, look at that. Got the river right down here, and I guess both mountains over here and this way is their farm. And so you have to sign up for a tour. I tried looking online, couldn't figure it out, and so I just showed up. So I think hopefully we can come back in a few days maybe and do a tour. But for now, we're gonna try out the different coffees, which is so rad. There's two different kinds. I don't know if they rotate or not, but right now there's two, one from that mountain, one from that mountain. There's 3 different process versions. So we're gonna do a sampling of all 3 from one of the mountains over there. And then, yeah, see how it is. Super excited though. Before roasting? Okay. And so she's just checking them to make sure there's no problems?
Yes, that's right.
Really? What are the different bins?
Not spice, about defect. And,
Like defect and then pea-berry?
Yes.
Okay, so she's getting rid of defective ones and then putting the pea-berry ones into that bowl. Okay. Where you're at. This place is a compound. They've got a coffee shop, a restaurant, their coffee roastery over there, and then along the river on the other side they have a bunch of like tents and cabins, and it is all so cool. Like, also just to see the process of the coffee, it's no wonder it's so expensive. It's a lot of work. First time eating at a Michelin star restaurant. So good. Holy cow. It's a super. That's the first one I've seen. Alright, so we're heading down to the river. This festival ceremony, we still aren't entirely sure the exact meaning, but I've read that it's sort of a like end of monsoon season celebration, and then also we were just told that it's kind of a celebration of the water, like resources. So I think it's, yeah, end of rainy season, then also something about these things are like a form of like releasing, I don't know, like sins or bad things. But anyways, everybody throws them into the river with these candles. I guess they light it up. So we're gonna go see how many there are down there. And this is supposed to last for like the next day or day and a half. And I asked, well, what do they all do? You know, they throw thousands and thousands of them into the river, and I guess down towards the mouth of the river. So I guess near Bangkok area, I suppose, the government has like a net system that they collect them all. So they aren't just getting pumped out into the ocean, which is a good thing. We got a tuk-tuk. Iron Bridge.
Thank you.
Whew. Alrighty. Ladder truck. A little different than our style. A lot different.
Kill this.
After the festival, we went back to our hotel to watch the rest of the fireworks and the candles and everything from the rooftop, and it was beautiful. But the next day we woke up to what was probably going to be Sadie's most favorite day of the entire trip. We were going to see some elephants, and if we got lucky, bring them down to the river for a little wash. Good morning. Need to peel them for him?
I don't think so.
Freaking sick. Ready?
Yeah. Ready.
Hey. Wow. Sup, yo? No, man. You have to go out here. Come on.
She said banana. Yeah.
Oh, here.
She said banana.
Here, dude. Okay, another one? Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you didn't want that one. What's up, dude?
Need no towel.
Into the water. Woo. He knows I got the bananas. Is everything you ever dreamed of? Stockpiling his bananas up there. Feeds them in one by one. All cleaned up. What you got in there?
Some noodle in and then vegetable. If you like more, you can put more. Up to you. You can just put them into the hot water, but not all in because otherwise your food come out from the basket. Okay. And after you leave them for a second in there, you will shake them up and down like this, around 20 times. Okay. So then let the water soak. Okay. Then you take one bowl. You put noodle in. And after that, both sides we have soup. This is vegetarian soup. This is radish. Put some soup in. Just make sure it's cover your noodle, okay? And then we have mushroom.
Looks good. Wait a moment. Okay. That's very nice of you. Thank you. Here's a tiny little tip. Oh, thank you. A review? Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, okay. The next day, we cruised up to an estate in the mountains that we had heard about, where they make chocolate and coffee. And then they also have a farm where they grow a bunch of the supplies, including all the cacao and the coffee. And so we tried some of their chocolate and, of course, tasted all of their coffee that we could. And then we got a tour around the place. We looked at all the classic cars they had in this barn, a lot of them random imports, and while I'm not a huge car guy, this pretty much turned me into one, and I just couldn't stop staring for the first hour. And then after that, the owners of the place showed us up around their farm where they grow all sorts of things.
We use the banana, it's just there for shade.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the process is you wait till it changes color, normally to yellow. So you can see these are ripening here.
Okay.
Yeah. And then when they're ready, you take it off, and then you just use a knife to just chop it a bit here. You crack it open, and inside normally will be about 30 seeds, cacao seeds.
Okay.
And then we ferment it in a box for 5 days.
Okay.
Then dry it for another 5 days.
Wow.
And then it goes into basically what we call the lab, which is where you roast, crack, winnow, grind, crunch, make it into chocolate. Yeah.
Wow.
How many of these does it take for like one chocolate bar?
I'm glad you asked because I just did that calculation. Literally like last week. I was so proud that now I can answer that question. So this will have about 30 seeds.
Okay.
Yeah, so this will give you one of the small chocolate bars. I don't know if you saw in the shop. Yeah,
Mini
we have
bars.
the big ones and then the small ones.
Yeah.
Cool.
So one small one is about that.
Wow.
We are all packed up, heading today to phase 2 of our trip, flying down to Phuket. So we're in Chiang Mai. We've been here for like a week and a half, and people drive close here. Yeah, this is all we got. Backpacks, 1 bag each. And down to Phuket, we're planning to do potentially some diving. We'll see how the weather and the options look once we get there. Well, we finally made it to Phuket. We left Chiang Mai about 4 or 5 hours ago, at least. And our first flight was really late, and so we missed our second flight out of Bangkok. So we were stuck there for a little bit, and then, yeah, now we're down here. And the weather forecast shows storms every single day, lightning and thunder, but we're hoping it's just small percentages of each one of those days, and we get a good experience. So we're walking about a half mile to our Airbnb for the night, or hostel actually. Oh wow, that's cool. Oh wow, look at that. Thank you. Cute. Sadie checked every dress shop in the entire Chiang Mai province. Found something, didn't love it though, bought it anyways. So now she's hitting shop number 1. Only about 300 more to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and oblige myself. That is very good. Once in Phuket, we started to explore around on foot, as we like to do anytime we get somewhere new. And we tried to plan a day to get out and do some scuba diving, which we had been looking forward to for a long time. We made it happen, loaded up on snacks and some cereal, and then we headed out on the boat to try to do some scuba diving, which turned out to be one of our best and probably least enjoyable experiences of the trip.
Island.
Two islands?
And the first one, Ratchanoi Island. We do the 2 dives over there.
Okay.
If we get the water inside the mouth, how do we? 100 or 200 up to you want. Push. Look up and breathe in from mouth and breathe out from nose. Be poisonous.
Poisonous?
Yes.
Are those poisonous? It was good.
Okay. That one might fish rich.
Really?
Yeah. That little one was super aggressive and dandy. I thought it was you pinching me, and then I looked down and it was a really mad fish.
Right, definitely. Look at that. During our last couple of hours out on the water, we did some snorkeling after the scuba diving, and we found some sharks, which was incredible. There was just so many different fish. What do you think? The reef and everything, and it was absolutely amazing until I started getting food poisoning from the curry from the night before. And that quickly spiraled, and while we had a 2-hour boat ride back, I was over it. The bout of food poisoning lasted for about a day, and the funny part about it was that I actually got it from the nicest restaurant that we ate at on the whole trip. It had so many Google reviews and everything that the street vendors we ate at didn't have, but yet it knocked me down. And then by the time I started feeling better again, the weather had turned and it was nice and rainy, but people didn't seem to care, and they were still out cruising their mopeds around in the pouring rain.
This is mine, and that's his.
Yeah. And for this your locker, for the key we
The next day, the weather cleared up, and at this point we only had a couple days left, and so we wanted to head off the coast to go explore some of the big islands that we had heard about, and we just picked what seemed to be the most popular one, Phi Phi Island. And you've probably seen some shot of this in movies in the past, but we wanted to go check it out and see what it was all about. And so we cruised out on a boat, and we had a Airbnb booked for a couple of nights, and it turned out that the island was really beautiful, but it was also an absolute tourist trap with really a huge party crowd. So we felt, I don't know, about 5 years too old to be here, or maybe just removed from that scene. And so we cruised around, found some short hikes to get up and see the view of the island from a distance. And then at night we'd wander around and look at all the stuff going on, including the fire dancers, which there seemed to be a ton of. We are in Phi Phi today. This is our last full day anywhere in Thailand. Got a few more travel days after this. After a time in Phi Phi, we cruised back to the mainland on a boat and then got another rainstorm that hit quite hard before we hopped on a short flight back up to Bangkok. While in Bangkok, we wandered around and looked at all the different shops that they had there. So many different specialized shops that seemed to do one very specific thing and nothing else. And that was impressive because in the US it seems like we have a lot more generalization. This concluded our 3-week trip to Thailand, where we were working and living out of our backpacks, and it was a blast. We got to see a bit of the north, a bit of the south, get out on the ocean a bit, and have some fish, seeing the elephants and scuba diving. But we were excited to get back and have a little stability for a bit while we rested up and planned for the next one.